So the NARCs decided to cut the interest rates by 50 basis points, which seems kind of aggressive, considering they could have done it by 25 basis points. However, you guys know I am a technical trader. I do not care about the news. I do not care about basis points trading. What I care about is volatility. So I want to start this video by saying huge shout out to the Nexus because we've been killing it this week. We had an amazing long yesterday. We had an amazing short yesterday. We had 2 longs today. So we're doing very, very well in the Nexus. My Nexus people, let's see those tree emojis in the comments down below. But the reason I'm even bringing this up, even though I'm a technical trader, is that I personally think that we're in a recession either way. I think that if you change the definition of recession, it doesn't mean you're not in a recession if you meet those conditions, right? So if you're a murderer, for example, if you kill people, you're not a murderer just because they changed the definition of it. Like, you still kill people. This is my logic. Anyways, the reason I'm even bringing this up is yesterday I made a video. Shouts out to somebody left a comment. I don't remember who it is. I'm very sorry. My apologies. But I do want to say that I made a video yesterday saying I will get more bullish if Bitcoin can claim 62K. And I will get even more bullish if Bitcoin can claim 64 or 65K. Okay. And the reason for that is simply just your technicals. Now, if there's any chance, in my opinion, for Bitcoin to show us the legs that it may or may not have, we don't know yet, it is now. The reason why is the trend lately, and that I've been noticing anyways, is whenever there's a news event, whenever it's Trump almost getting sniped, or it's Biden stepping down, or it's Trump speaking at the Bitcoin thing, whenever that's been happening, it's been it's been pump, it's been dump, and then it's been infinite pump, 10%. And so I'm kind of expecting something similar today, but something just happened which is a little bit concerning, and we need to go over it because we need to know what to expect. First things first, you guys know I don't trade trend lines, okay? This green line is a trend line. I don't trade trend lines. I look at them as liquidity. I do not look at it as support, and I will never long a support upward trend line, and I will never short a trend line. Like, I look at it as more as a reversal as opposed to an entry. I don't think of it as support and resistance because you know how to draw a line. You found resistance. No, I don't think of that. The reason I'm bringing this trend line to your attention is they actually faked out this trend line to the downside yesterday, and then they brought it back. And since then, you lost the trend line while breaking structure, kind of. The reason I say kind of is because if you draw your trend lines, if you draw your lows here, you can see that Bitcoin kind of had a hard time breaking this low, almost resembling a Model 1 reaccumulation, correct? However, that target for the reaccumulation is this high. Okay, so target is now required. The reason that I am a little bit more cautious right now is because we just SFP'd that high. Now, technically speaking, we have not actually confirmed that SFP in terms of structure, so we can continue higher. However, we have this very important supply zone that is just above where we are right now, and we just got a second tap of that high. So if Bitcoin breaks its low structure, okay, this structure here, you would be expecting, or rather your expectational order flow would be a lower low to make a lower high to then make a lower low. Remember, in yesterday's video, I said I'm still a little bit bearish, but I need the 62K range to break, or 62K zone to break, primarily this guy to break with conviction, in order for me to flip a little bit more neutral. And then we need to take 65 because 66 to 67 is a beast of its own. And, that's another topic for another day. However, right now, this SFP, objectively speaking, it doesn't look good. Now, remember, we haven't confirmed it quite yet. However, and this is a big however, I mean, look at market Cipher, guys. We have money flow heavily pouring out on the 15-minute time frame. You have divergences, right? It doesn't look good on market Cipher as a whole. If you come on the 2-hour time frame, you could see over time, look, this pump that we had yesterday, right? We had money still continuing to pour out. Then we put in that high yesterday, giving you a divergence on the 2-hour time frame, and then now potentially giving you this play. If you get this play, this is going to leak on your higher term time frame. So you could argue, Geo, money flow is thick in the white here on the 4-hour, and we have a green dot or white dot. And absolutely, you are correct. And that's why it is very important to watch this level. Because if Bitcoin decides to make its way back on up and does not actually confirm this SFP, then I do believe we are likely going to head to, and remember, if we do not confirm the SFP, then I do believe we are likely to head towards 65K, 66K. But until I see signs of this SFP failing, I do think that we can come much lower. And the reason why is because, like I said, when it comes to your trend lines, I see it more so as liquidity than a trend line itself. Okay. So typically what happens is when you break the trend line, you will make a run for that low. The unfortunate truth about this trend line is just beneath that trend line, if you look to the left, you have more liquidity to the left of that, which we can make a run for. Now, that's not to say that we're going to go straight to zero. That is not what I'm saying in the slightest. However, remember, when there are news-driven events, these are the times where crazy moves can happen, and the market maker can get away with being very, like, even more irrational than he normally is because he can hide it behind the news. Okay. One last thing I want to bring to your attention is just because this SFP right now, and you can see it is struggling to confirm the SFP. You can even take a look at market Cipher B here, right? It doesn't look like it knows what it wants. It's just doing some zigzags. And that's typically what you can expect when you have big news events, which is why I always suggest if you're trading on these days to take profit mad early and put your stop to the entry, obviously in a place that makes sense, like we had a long here and we obviously took profit at the high. And now we were in a short. I already took profit on my short and now I'm waiting to see what happens. But the reason I'm bringing this trend line into your to your attention, even though I don't trade trend lines, as I mentioned, is because if you take a look at where this trend line is, and remember, I brought up the fake out to the downside, right? We faked out to the downside and then we pumped through it. And what I'm thinking might actually happen is we might actually just continue to range here, get everybody super bored, right? Oops, get everybody. I'm going to hide all the positions because we know that they're there. Get everybody super bored. We might do this and then fail to take the low, maybe hang around, whatever. And then I think we might pop up one more time. And it doesn't need to take very long either. So that was not a time accurate representation. But remember, you have your potential one tap here. That's your one. You have your, well, not potential. This is your one tap. This is your second tap. And then you have your potential third tap. If you don't take the low, you have your potential third tap into this order block. Remember, we front ran this order block twice now. So we have inducement ×2 on this block, meaning if we come back up to it, and obviously as time progresses, like if it happens right now, I wouldn't call it this inducement. But if we have more time here and then we come back up to this order block, then I do think that there is a higher chance of it to reject. I basically am saying that I think the market needs to go up now if it's going to go up. Otherwise, if it hangs around, I don't. As of right now, things can change, but I don't really see it happening. But anyways, I'm ADHDing. The reason why we got to watch this line is because let's just say it happens now and you SFP again, you might actually get what people will think is an actual breakout, yet it is a back test of that trend line, right? Of that trend line that faked a lot of people out here. It'll be a back test of it, making people think that we're going way higher because news and, rate cuts. I am looking for this, and this would be a back test of the trend line. It would be a third tap potential macro distribution into a place that makes sense, that has inducement ×2. Okay, so we're watching out for that. Now, I'm not saying that it's going to happen, and I'm not saying giga short it right now. Okay, as you could see by my positions here, we take longs and shorts all the time, so I do not care. However, I'm bringing it to your attention because I think it's important for us to remain objective. I think it is important for us to sip the Kool-Aid or eat the ginger, keep your palate clean and not having necessarily a bias and say, really, realistically, this could be a significant high for quite some time. It could be. And it just boils down to my overall narrative, which again, I made the video yesterday saying if Bitcoin cannot break above 62K, then I don't think that it's going to go higher. I don't. And right now, Market Cipher is showing you all these divs and all the money flow coming out. And even on the 15-minute time frame, like look at how much money it took only to pump price to 61K. Like it only went to 61K, and look at how thick in the white that money flow is, right? So I'm not saying that, again, I'm not trying to cause FUD. I'm not saying it's not going to go higher. But I am saying that this could be a significant topping point for quite some time, right? We have a lot of liquidity that we left beneath us that we didn't come back for. We have some unmitigated order blocks, right? We have all these lows, like I indicated earlier. We have all that, right? So we could get a little pullback here. And again, depending on what happens here over the next couple days, I think will determine Bitcoin's future. We've been in this macro range for 6 months now, and I think that this is kind of its like decisional point, because in my opinion anyway, every time there's a news event, from what I've noticed, like I said, there's been a pump, there's been a dump, and then there's been like a 10% pump after that. And if they can't give excuse me, if they can't give you that 10% pump right now, which would take you up to that 64, 65K, and then with conviction close above there, then I just think that we're destined for lower. And if they can, then great. You know, like I said, we need to break this block for me to be more neutral. And we need to break this block for me to be actually bullish. And we'll see how it goes, right? We'll see how it goes. We're going to take the trades. We're going to go level by level. We go bend for bend. We're going to go level by level. And we're going to see what they're going to give us. But keep in mind of how important of a level this actually is, which is why I imagine we're spending some time here, right? It's because we are at the macro range value area low. So really, this is the make or break moment. And given that we had this narc news today, this is it, guys. This is absolutely it. If we come down and we start closing below here with conviction, things are not looking good for the midterm, at least mid to short term. Things are not looking good. Obviously, things can change. They fake out people all the time. They could come down, SFP all these lows, and then come back up. They could do that. But that's why we're going to make adjustments and watch it every single day. That's what we do. But if they start closing below here and they start closing below here, they start closing below here, like you come down like that, and then you do something like this, and then you get that, yeah, that's it. You know, that's it for quite some time. And we'll have to reassess because remember, my narrative as of late anyways is when they don't properly accumulate, they decide to run back down. And again, like there's nothing really right now stopping price from giving you that big move to the downside should Bitcoin decide that it wants to do that. I'm not saying it's going to. I have learned my lesson trying to make predictions. I do not make predictions anymore. I react to what the market gives me. And actually, funny enough, since I've been doing that, this is not this. These are what my trades look like. So I don't make predictions anymore. I don't care. Don't care if it goes up. Don't care if it goes down. I'm going to trade it either way. But I'm just saying this could be a significant high point for some time. So let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Let me know what you think about this narc news. Are we in a recession or not? Because I believe we are, but I'm also not the most educated in terms of economics. So maybe you know more than me. And maybe if you know something a little bit more than I do, then you can inform me and my network in the comments down below, and I would greatly appreciate that. Shout out to the Nexus. If you're looking to join the Nexus, the link is in the description down below. And if you like the content, hit the like button. If you loved it, hit the subscribe button with the notification bell so you can get my nice updates. And until next time, my friends, I shall see you later. Peace out.
We could go ban for ban. Fuck that, we can go M for M.